Yo, what's good? In this video, I'm gonna tell you how to get out of active alcohol or drug addiction and how I did it. And hopefully, this can help you and get you out of that situation. If you're somebody who's in active alcohol addiction or any substance abuse addiction, whether that's heroin, prescription drugs, anything, and you kind of just crave literally just living a bare minimum, normal, healthy life, having a job, having your own place, and just, you know what I'm saying, the bare minimum necessities of a normal life. Trust me, I understand is an understatement. I was in active addiction on alcohol and heroin and fentanyl for roughly 13 years. From the ages of 15 to 27 or 28. And today, I got my own place. This is my apartment. It's nothing big. It's a studio apartment, you know. I work at Amazon doing delivery, being a delivery driver. I've been doing that for almost 2 years now. Yeah, I have my kids. And at one point in the past, I was an alcoholic, started off on prescription drugs, and eventually got to heroin and fentanyl, and I ended up overdosing 5 times. I was homeless, couch surfing. Every single person in my family pretty much cut me off, except for my mom, and even that relationship was kind of hanging on by a thread. And I genuinely wanted to die so bad. So, for this video, I feel like I got 3 main points that truly changed the trajectory of my life and really gave me the confidence and the belief that it was actually possible. And the first one, which I feel is the most important, is to change the narrative. Change the narrative of your identity and life itself. For example, in my active addiction, the narrative that I had in my life was revolved around my trauma as a child. Unfortunately, I was abused as a child sexually for a long time. And in my brain, I thought that trauma plus these feelings equals broken person or drug addict or hopeless. And I had to really grasp the idea that that equation was wrong. If you want it to be true, it's going to be true. But there's so much proof to prove otherwise. And I like to use analogies from anime and movies, because I'm a big movie buff. I like films and art. But if you ever look at the greatest heroes, 9 times out of 10, they have a fucked up origin story. But it's almost as if because of that origin story, they became the person they were today. And every hero, no hero actually, escapes unscathed. I had to realize that because of my past and my trauma, that qualifies me to be a legendary fucking person. My past and my trauma and all the suffering that I went through can actually propel me to become an extremely successful person. If you really notice, a lot of the addicts who overcome it are like extremely successful. And what they had to do in their brain is really challenge the way that they were believing the story of their life. Yes, life is fucked up in the past, but ask yourself this question. How was that thing or whatever that is fueling your trauma or fueling your alcoholic addiction or substance abuse the very best thing that ever happened to you? Because 9 times out of 10, if you search for it, I promise you, there is something lying in there that is literally a fucking nugget of gold that has made you the most compassionate person, made you the most loving, made you the most empathetic, and honestly, probably one of the strongest people in the world. So yeah, it's change your narrative. The second thing I would say is find a higher power. I've been in rehabs 8 times, roughly. I think maybe 9. But what I noticed, which was a silver lining between all the 12-step programs for sobriety, is that they all say have a higher power. And myself, in the beginning when I first heard that, I was honestly pissed. I was like, if this got to do with God, or if this got to do with anything, I don't want to hear that shit. But after my 5th or 6th time going to rehab, I started realizing or going to meetings and shit, which I don't do anymore, but it got me to be around a giant group of people who were just like me or worse, and they're all clean and they're all doing good. And I'm like, what the hell are these people doing? And the silver lining is that they all found some type of spiritual life or some type of higher force, higher power outside of themselves that they were able to rely on. And for anybody out there who's struggling with the idea of a God, I had one person in my life tell me this, and that junk changed my perspective on God forever. And it was, even if you don't believe in God, or if you halfway believe in him, ask him. Ask out to whatever that is. If you're real, reveal yourself to me. Prove it to me. And I guarantee you, life will give you some type of crazy scenario, some type of little thing that only you know that you just asked for that sign. And you'll be like, oh shit, okay. Don't brush that shit off. Because that's what a lot of people do, and that's what I did a lot of times. I had to ask 3 times, and then I realized okay, life is responding to me. But once you get that idea under wraps, okay, there is a God. I realized I didn't have to do it alone. You don't have to get sober on your own. There's literally help out there that is waiting for you to ask them for help. You don't got to do it by yourself. And once I realized I don't have to do this alone. I don't have to quit on my own. I feel like it'll be that much easier. And the third thing is realizing that addiction and addictive personality is honestly a fucking superpower. And I say that because, like I've said before, when you look at the history of the track record of all the people who were crackheads, meth heads, alcoholics, and they finally got sober, they were hyper successful. Why? Because of their addictive personality. You could literally replace whatever substance abuse, whatever substance it is, with being addicted to going to the gym, being addicted to learning, being addicted to success, being addicted to growth. And you will literally chase that every day, all day. You could replace it with a positive thing. So those are the 3 main things. I don't know if any of those clicked with you, but if they did, leave a comment if you want me to go deeper into this topic of substance abuse and other tools. But before I cut this video out, I just wanted to say, if anybody is watching this and they are in the middle of active addiction, brother, sister, you're not alone. You are not alone. I don't even want to talk to you right now. I want to talk to the little girl in you, the little boy in you. You deserve a hug. You deserve love. You deserve happiness. You deserve it. You deserve it so much. And there are people out there like me who was in hell, literal hell, suffering every day. I wanted to blow my brains out. And I made it out. And I feel like it's my fucking duty, bro. It's my obligation, bro. To reach back into the hell of all the people who are suffering. And let you know, like, yo, you are not alone, dog. If you need to hit me up, you can email me, comment, and I will literally reach out to you and we can talk, bro. I love you, and I hope this helps somebody.